Good afternoon. I'm, of course, the Big Mike 1983. And hello again, everyone. I was around yesterday playing some golf, a little bit of Mario Kart, and our big archipelago sync. What is happening today? I'll be doing a couple solo runs. We are going to be starting with Ninja Spirit for the TurboGrafx-16. And I will just warn everyone, as it says up top, photo sensitivity warning. There is a lot of flashing at the very end of the game. I will try to remember to call it out, but if I do not, you have been warned and may flee accordingly. Let's go ahead and give it a go. We're gonna see how many deaths this run ends up with. And of course, Wintry Mix and Cheese Viking Games are staring at me in anticipation, and I am going to disappoint the both of them wholeheartedly. But let's go. Yeah, this is the first game I ever learned to speedrun. It was a very nice starter game. I can't even really remember how I found it. I think I was just kind of looking at different TurboGrafx-16 game lists, and it kind of popped up, and it turned out to be not too bad of a run. So I know this ultimate speed strat is to only run around with one Ninja Spirit, or possibly zero, as Wintry Mix may be trying next. Oh god, there we go. There we go. But I usually run around with 2 for maximum firepower. It does add lag to the game. And I'll try to explain a couple of the mechanics here shortly. So you see in the top right, 5, that is my life counter. Most enemies will deal 1 point of damage. A few will deal more than that. And then occasionally some enemies will insta-kill you. And then really for speedrunning this, the biggest thing is always keeping momentum. You will almost never want to attack while you are on the ground because you stop moving. You'll always want to be jumping, and you'll want to exploit your spirits for any attacks on the ground. And I'll get to some strats with that next stage. But here's the first boss. We're fighting a bunch of ninjas jumping out of wells, and then we'll be fighting the giant demon. I believe they do call it Ashura in the manual. But we're gonna just get right up under its chin, and you may notice I am using dynamite as a weapon. Well, why not? If it's a ninja art, let's go. Yeah, so I officially learned it for the 12-hour challenge, but I don't exactly remember how I chose this game other than thinking I saw it on a random just TurboGrafx list of games you should try. All right, so here's where I really start to exploit the game's mechanics. So if you notice, the spirits will move slightly after I do, but always attack the same time I do. What I will do is I will jump, and then I will attack down and to the right. And what that does is make me throw my grenades down, but my spirits who are still on the ground will just lay the grenades there. I call it grenade drifting because I'm a maniac. But what that does is really help stop the lag from enemies coming up behind you, because they walk over the grenades and then they explode. So it really helps keep the screen clear. That is Wintry Mix. I was thinking that could be one downfall of going no spirit, is that it'll be harder to grenade drift and keep the screen clear. So here is the Axe Ogre. It will kill us if it hits us, but I don't want that to happen, and so it doesn't. And then we jump off the screen because we're cool like that. Oh yeah, no, I don't remember. I don't remember that. It may have been. It may have been the year of never been in a GDQ. But you know how many? Oh god! All right, so those are the zombie DeVitos. They will one-hit kill you. So we need to stay away from them or hit them with a lot of grenades really quickly. That was really lucky. I probably should have died there. This is basically the mini run killer stage. Sometimes the zombie DeVito spawns will just not work out with you. But like I was saying, a game is all about conserving your momentum moving forward. The swamp especially, you want to stay jumping. And we're gonna hopefully get through this without having one of the angry bow staff monks bop us. We're gonna let him run. Oh no! Oh, right at the boss. Oh, this part sucks to die at too. I might even argue this is worse than dying in the run killer stage. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get our grenades back. Well, there goes our sub 10. Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna do what we can to not tilt, but we might tilt a little bit. Possible tilting. Like I said, this part really does suck to die at because now I'm having to fight the bow staff monks on my own with no spirits. They're dealing damage. So basically, if the bow staff monk runs into you, it's, I believe, 3 damage. And I'm down to 1 life already. These wolves are killing me. Holy crap. All right, we're gonna have to move faster because I am now stuck here. Yeah, this is... Of all the things that could happen, this is one of the worst ones. This is such a bad spot to die in. So we're gonna have to take it a little safer with smaller hops because I cannot be caught in the midair by a bow staff monk. That would, at this point, get us even worse. Yeah, it is just such a bad spawn point because of having to go through the swamp, and I'll probably only get 1 spirit back for Hanzo the ninja, and I will, and that sucks. So we're gonna do what we can. Fortunately, Hanzo only has melee attacks and thinks he can parry explosions. This is untrue. And now we go through the hallway of death. So the hallway of death, these sickle ninjas will insta-kill you as well. Let's go ahead and get our second spirit. And more importantly, as we found out, they can parry. So sometimes you may think you hit them and it turns out you did not, and the bad time for everybody involved. Well, mostly you. I'm sure they're very pleased with themselves. But we want to do lots of little hops, and then, all right, all right, so that guy sometimes will bop you right as you go down the stairs. Our strat here is we're just gonna stay on top, and basically right before the ninja that run right into us happen, we throw a grenade on the ground. And this will do 2 things. This creates an explosion that kills not only that ninja, but the first ninja above the ceiling running at us, whereas the grenades we drop on the ground, or technically the ceiling, will kill the other ones. So here we have the slowly falling ceiling. Insert the Venture Bros joke. Oh god, while they throw exploding bowling balls at us. And this is the Rocks boss. It is my least favorite boss in the game, and the one that probably kills me the most in terms of actually being a boss. Because most of the bosses are not too bad. Alright, we got that one. That was a good pattern. But they will trap us a lot and then squash us right to death. Alright, we're back. We're back. We got our momentum back. It's alright. And then, yeah, right after this, I'll be doing the Game Boy version, which is a bit different. So what we really want to do here is avoid what we eventually call the cave farts, and we did not. So those clouds will not give you any iframes. It's really rough. Basically, like you saw, if you catch one of those clouds right in the breadbasket, it can just hit you so many times you die instantly. If you're lucky, it will only kind of hit you and then you can still run away. But we are, unfortunately... Are we not going to get a clone climbing this time? I guess not, but that's alright. You actually have a pretty good footing for climbing. and we're gonna fight the kite ninjas, and the kite ninjas should not have attacked the dude that has grenades. Alright, so those are the new enemy. Those are Ronin. They will also one-hit kill you if they slash you with their sword. So we want to make sure we bop them. It would be really nice to get a spirit. Here we go. Thank you. So we're also not only dealing with the Ronin, but we're dealing with those fan of kunai being thrown at us, which are going to deal a lot of damage. And then I have the fire shield, but funny thing is, it's all fire, no shield. Does not actually protect me other than killing any enemies that come into contact with it. So, like, it doesn't actually prevent those kunai from hitting me. We're basically just gonna flood the sky with grenades because otherwise we will become extremely inundated with lag from the kite ninjas, who are no doubt coming out to avenge their master, who I embarrassed wholeheartedly, and the bow staff monks. So this is the actual run killer stage. This is where even if you're having a perfect run so far, everything can just go to shit on you. The only benefit is we got to the second half. Restarting this level from the first part is incredibly brutal. But now we at least immediately start off with a spirit. We get our... Holy crap! Oh my god! Alright, what did I say about we're okay? Alright, that's on me. I should have just kept moving forward. You gotta commit or you're gonna eat shit. It's what happens in this game. It does suck that we can't really immediately get our grenade machine gun back, but there we go. Now we're good. Little hops, no moving back this time. Just keep grabbing everything. But yeah, this is a stage where, like I said, even if everything's going perfectly, you can just get mobbed in the second half. Because unfortunately, sometimes the hitboxes with the kunai especially just decide they're going to hit you, whether you think you dodged them or not. Now here is the best, laziest boss in the game. We are not going to do anything. We are going to let the zombie DeVitos tire themselves out by swinging. Yes, Mr. Ryuichi. We occasionally look in the manual for names, but we also just make up our own. So you can kill these guys, but really doesn't save any time. They just eventually will swing themselves out. They'll get tired. And there they go. And now the final stage. So this is where we started calling them cave farts. Their position is always the same, but it seems like their actual trigger for firing is entirely random. And we still need to deal with the Ronin, Mr. Ryuichi, running around. So we're trying to avoid his insta-kills while also not getting bopped by the possible insta-kill fart clouds. And now the ninja pit of death. Let's see if my muscle memory helps. We want to go to the left, break. Oh, I didn't break! I didn't break in time. No! All right, this sucks. All right, now we break. There we go. Okay, 2 tries for the ninja pit of death. I'll take it. This is the hardest part of the game to learn. You really need to just get the pattern down to know where to escape to. And then you fall down into the demon pit, where we will immediately run to the sides to get first our helper, while we're avoiding the stupid demon lightning, and then our grenade chain gun. All right. So that sucked. 13:25. Not near. That's minutes off my PB, but we had a couple stupid deaths early, and you do lose a lot of momentum dying in certain spots. There's the photosensitivity warning. Darg. Everyone close your eyes if you're, well, you're probably dead already. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cheese, they are in for a treat. So this game does have infinite continues, so effectively it is almost impossible to not beat it unless you give up on the Ninja Pit of Death. We are going to have the big difference with the Game Boy one, though, is it does not. So there is the possibility of not finishing the Game Boy version, but we will we'll see what happens next. I love these credits. We're gonna let them play out a little bit. The music is dope, as the kids say, or they used to say. We're bringing it back. Yes, that was ultimately, though, a shameful run, and I will be put to death after by Cheese and Wintry Mix. It's been a pleasure knowing you all. Alright, I will be back momentarily with Ninja Spirit for the Game Boy.